So, Case, thank you for giving us today the time to talk about your initiatives and how did you become an entrepreneur. So, we would like to start talking about how did you become actually an entrepreneur.
Um, that's an interesting question. The idea started 14 years ago as I was working at the Chamber of Commerce, which was my third company where I worked. And I noticed that I wasn't happy working in a big company. I had a lot of ambitions. I want to have a good career in the marketing, and it didn't work. And yeah, you can finger point at the companies, but you can also look at yourself. But at one moment, I was that disappointed and not feeling well, and I always had this dream of having my own company. The dream came back to me when I was around 40, and that's I think it's an age where a lot of people start to think of, hey. What am I doing? Am I really happy? Is this the way I like it? Is this what I dreamed of when I was young? And I came to the conclusion, so I asked these questions also to myself. And I came to the conclusion, when you want to jump, you have to do it now. Take the risk and go for it. And one of the advantages of working at the Chamber of Commerce was that I had a very good network within entrepreneurs. So that gave me a good start when I start my own company. Mankind, in Dutch it's mens en organisatie. In English it's called Mankind, People and Organization.
How did you come up actually with the idea of your business?
At that time, 12 years ago, you saw that management and leadership was really changing. It was the time of the financial crisis, so it was not the best time to start an own company. But you saw that people and society was really looking at how the way business is done, and what you saw is that money is of course important for every business, but people became also very important. And we were looking for another way of management and another way of leadership. So yes, the time was right for me to start with this. That's why my organization is also called People and Organization, because I really believe in people. And yeah, you see the change. Small companies are very successful again. Family business is successful again. And why is family business so successful? So that questions came up, and that's the trend I jumped on.
How do you see gender in entrepreneurship? What could be for you the possible advantages and disadvantages?
That's a good question because I'm very interested in that topic. And for the last 100 years, we had too much male gender in business and also in politics. Now, what you see the consequences of that now, and but I want to take it to another level because entrepreneurship and leadership is for me 100% connected. So I want to take it to leadership, and what you see is that the male gender is more risk taking, is more focusing on what's in it for me, and is less principle. It's more money oriented and maximize profit, where the female leader and also entrepreneur is more creating value and working together and not taking risk in the way what when a female entrepreneur takes a risk, she understands the risk she takes. And you see that when you want to make big money in short time, you have to take big risk. That's a male thing. Where females are more oriented long term, working together, creating value.
Would you say that it's something balanced to see in leadership roles, men and women? Is it like a balanced thing, or men are more like dominant in the specific field, or women?
4 years ago, I had really the hope that the female were coming up. This will be the age of the female leadership. But yeah, I'm very sad to see that we are walking in another direction. So the need for female leadership is more urgent than ever, because, in my opinion, on political worldwide scale, the male leaders we see nowadays are not going to save the world.
How do you manage diversity, and how do you conceive actually the added value of it in your organization?
I work with small and medium companies, and mostly are led by male. And but what is very interesting, the moment you meet a company who's led by a female, the culture is different, and there is more opening and transparency in the communication, and that sometimes for me that's easier to get into it and make a change, because these female leaders are more willing to listen and taking those things serious. They are not that stubborn as male. Male entrepreneurs, you often have to conceive of the message, but female are more. Hey, that's also they are willing to. They are more flexible also in their mind. They are able to scan their environment, where a male entrepreneur is more, I'm going that direction.
Yeah. More straightforward. What do you believe that makes you successful?
That's a very good question, because when I had the formula, I would be very successful. For me, I think it's what I said already. Keep on developing yourself. Make sure that you have a core business where you are recognized for. Stay close to your core business, but make sure that you develop that constantly in the best way for the market, because the market is also changing and asking other things.
You're also an author of a book. Why did you write that book, and what is it actually about?
Let's start with the second question. The book is called IK-Kees, so I and then my name. It's not because I'm that idol or so important and have such a big ego that it had to have that title. I chose that title, and also a second title in it, Know What You Want and Make Something Out of It. And that reflects on my life. So my book is a 7 steps formula from how to become your authentic self, how to become satisfied with your own being and the way you live your life. Writing a book starts with taking the pen and writing down first 3 letters or words, or it's like climbing a mountain. It starts, and everything, also starting your own company, starts with the first action. And the first 3 scripts of the book, they went to the, how do you call it?
To the trash can.
Yeah, to the trash can. And then suddenly I had a format, and that fits with me. And that was the format which is also in the book. And then it took me 3 years to write it, and then 3 years with a professional editor, and then a publisher. So it took 7 years to create the book. So I'm very proud of it that I did it. And I can say I wrote a book.